All right, so this is my presentation for the extra credit project for FINA 1307. Let's get it going. So the project overview, I was asked to find a job, file my taxes, finance a house and car, and then plan my retirement. And along with the retirement, I was asked to create a budget. So let's go ahead and hop into my job. Finding a career that aligns with my major. I'm a finance major. So again, I've always wanted to, go into the financial field. So when I graduated, I picked a entry-level job, Fidelity. It was a customer service job. They pay about $33,000 a year. This does fall below the median average in America, which is $45,000. But when you break down my gross salary, it comes out to about $27.50 a month. So tax planning, my gross income for the year is about $33,000. The government, income tax. So basically, the way you get to your taxable income to find out how many taxes that you owe, you need to subtract the standard deduction in this example, and for a single person, it's about $14,600. So when you subtract that, my taxable income comes out to about $18,400. Now that is getting to your taxable income. That gets you your AGI. When you go to your amount owed calculations, you need to figure out how much you owe in each bracket. So in the 10% bracket and the 12% bracket is what applies to me. And so in the 10% bracket, I owed about $1,600. And the way you get that is $1,600, 10%, $1,600. Then you move up to the 12% bracket, which is the $11,600 to $47,150. And when you subtract the $1,600 amount and you get the 12%, you get $2,016. So that lands me in the 12% tax bracket, and you add those together and you get $3,616. Now, so my debt financing portion of this project, the amount of debt piled onto a $33,000 yearly salary has caused me to be at a debt income ratio about 406.12. That is absolutely insane. You really want to be at 38%. And I was aiming for 40. However, student loans, the car, the house, and other unneeded debts caused me to go outside of this 40% range. So you can see my breakdown right here. My student loans being at about $35,000, auto at $11,500, housing at $109. And when you break that down, you get an insane total, and it caused me to be at the 406 that huge percentage. Their retirement interview, so this is a part of my retirement project, and I interviewed my dad, and me and him really share a lot of views about money, that it's just money to go buy things, and yes, money can buy freedom, but there are a lot more important things in life, and that was the really key takeaway from the interview. He does have a retirement fund, and he does think that it's important. And he knows that if he wants to be able to live a life after he's done working, that he does need to put money away into that 401k that he has. And I also think he has a 403b. And so that's all my interview stuff with my dad. Retirement calculations. Now, this is quite a bit. It would require about 80% of my current gross income of $33,000, inflation rate about 3% over the 47 years until I retire at age 65. I calculated I would need about $33,789 to annually maintain my desired lifestyle. So there's a bit of a problem with this calculation. This doesn't really take into account the raises that I would occur over the period of my career. And so this is a very baseline if I stayed at $33,000, which I don't think in the financial field I would. And so to support my retirement income, $33,799 per year for 20 years from age 65 to 85, assuming a 3.5% interest rate during retirement. I calculated I would need about $480,000, 232 to saved by the time I needed to retire. When you break that down with that 8% interest, you need about $77.29 per month to meet my retirement goal. This OS analysis provides a clear path to achieving my retirement savings target. Yes. So my sources, these are all my projects. So the retirement, the debt, and the tax, and then the major project. The retirement was most recent, debt was before that, tax before that, and then the major project run was my first ever project.